Hello there, and welcome back to Pizza Manager's Academy playthrough of Quest for Glory 1. I, Gonff, the thief, am in the Thieves Guild, talking to thieves. And I was going to ask some questions. I don't know, what word would I use for things I might buy in the Thieves Guild? Equipment?
Tools, equipment.
Now that has to be one of the stupidest things anyone has ever asked me. Okay,
Lockpick.
We will gladly sell you a lockpick for a modest fee. However, for the true professional, nothing will do but the guild-approved Acme Thief Toolkit. This kit allows you to pick anything with a little practices and real steel at only 100 silvers. Just talk to Boris. If you remember, I kind of got 152 silver right now. So let's buy that toolkit. There you are. Okay, I'm gonna talk to the chief here. He's throwing daggers a lot.
A dagger is a thief's best friend, and throwing it from a distance is the safest and the best way to use it. If you think you're good enough, perhaps we could play a little game. The game is called Dag Nabbit. You take turn. The chief thief throwing daggers on the board. Each player gets 3 turns and throws 3 daggers in each turn. More points the score, or the closer each dagger hits to the center of the board. Highest score wins the bet. Just force an eagle throw with the arrow keys or mouse according to your hand position. Press enter or click on the small Dag Nabbit board to throw.
Sounds like fun. Let's see if we can play Dag Nabbit. I don't know. How much will you bet? I'm gonna be conservative here while we're playing with the controls because it takes a little bit of practice to get it right. So I'm just gonna go with 5. And right now, what we see here is my hand. Here is the placement of the hand changes every throw. So right now, what we've got is maybe not that much force. A little bit of an angle. And let's see how that goes. That's pretty close. Didn't get it in the center, but not bad. Now the hand has moved further down, so that means it's further back, which means I need a little bit more force on it, and the angle has changed. So let's try that. Ha! I'm good. Gotta angle it some more, and turn down force a bit. Say 2 notches. See how that goes. The chief throws pretty randomly, actually.
Sometimes the chief is really good, and sometimes he's not very good at all.
I think partly it depends on how much you bet.
And I think on your throwing skill.
And your throwing skill, yes. That is true. I think this is a pretty good way of training throwing. Okay, that was way off. I'll leave that. Well, actually, leave that setting because now I think it might be better. Okay. Turn down the force a little bit. Turn down the force significantly.
Not that significant.
Not that significantly, apparently. Okay, I'm not doing so well this time. He might even beat me on this round.
Not likely.
Again, So I beat him by 3 points, which adds up to
that time. Say, you're pretty tough.
not that much.
Shall we play again?
I'm gonna say no for now. I'll probably be back and play later. It might be good to point out here that if I don't time walking across this room right, I get kind of in trouble. As in dead. But we will leave the Thieves Guild for now. We have made some money. We've got a better toolkit. And if we go to our character sheet, we've improved our throwing a bit. I think climbing must be left over from earlier.
Does climbing ladder improve your climbing skill?
I doubt it. So I'm gonna run now. And I think it's still pretty much midnight. But that's... So it's time to call it a night. And get some sleep. And what I'm gonna do is climb the wall. You climb over the town wall. Head out, and you remember Enry the Hermit? We haven't stayed at his house yet. Have to be a little careful in the woods at night. But we're going to be spending more time. Look for a good place to climb. That was almost too easy, almost like climbing a ladder. And we're gonna go over here a little bit, but not enough that we fall over the cliff. And knock. As you stand in front of the door, you get knocked down. You knock 3 times. Just a minute! Just a minute! Please move away from the door. Oh, hello, go on in. Come in, good to see you again. He's kind of tiresome sitting here and thinking for myself all the time. You're a hermit, dude. That's what you're supposed to do. Okay, so what happens here is after having traded a ration, which the hermit promptly swallowed, and spending a rather boring hour of cribbage and listening to Enry chatter, you hit the hay. Literally. And the hermit talks. Unfortunately, since the fungus on the walls shines at night so the room doesn't get dark, and the fact that the hermit talks most of the night, you only get 5 hours rest. Well, considering I fell asleep at midnight, that's actually not bad. You awake as the sun begins to rise. Climb down. I could take the shortcut, jump off, but that hurts a little bit. And now we've, again, got not that much to do for a little bit, but we can go get a couple more daggers, because we did make some money last night. The sheriff doesn't suspect us of a thing. You can see we only won 5 silver for winning that game. But we'll go into the dry goods store, and we will buy a couple daggers.
Oh, I'm sorry.
The shopkeeper blurts out.
I didn't notice you come in. Here you are. Thank you for your... blah, blah.
Patronage.
Blah, blah.
And we are now
I'm
down
not reading
to
that message
not
every time
enough
you buy stuff from him.
to go on. As it currently stands, we've got, might be a good time actually to do a recap of some quests. So we got to defeat the brigands, capture or death of the brigand leader and the brigand warlock. We gotta rescue the baronet. We don't know where he is. We gotta rescue Elsa. We don't know where she is. To do that, we apparently have to make a dispel potion. We are missing fairy dust, so we need some fairy dust. And we probably have to defeat Baba Yaga. And one of the things that we have to do to defeat Baba Yaga is get into her hut. The skull on the wall said that he'd let us in if we brought him a glowing gem. And Braugi, the frost giant, said he'd give us a glowing gem for some fruit. Fruit enough to fill up his fists, which must be quite a lot of fruit. So we've got quite a lot of quests going there, and it's not, at this point, totally clear what order we ought to do them in. But Braugi's should be fairly easy to complete. So we will head over here, and we will get started on that quest in the next video. For now, this is Gonff saying see you later.